stats class. I think this is the sixth or seventh time I've made this video. I'm sorry about the way this has gone. It looks like I maybe haven't had enough space on my Chromebook to be able to save some of these videos that I've made. So I went through and deleted a lot of them. Hopefully this one finally works. Today we want to talk about displaying data. I'm going to pull up my week one survey I sent to you guys. You can remember the questions. They were about pizza. They're also about your plans after high school, number of hours you sleep, and what you value in a teacher. Um, Got you a little bit different setting right now. I'm working in my bedroom. My kids are downstairs watching a movie right now. But if you look up here, it says number of responses is 21. I didn't attach any value to these. You could attach a value to your questions so that it could be scored like a test. But what kind of pizza do you prefer? Pepperoni sausage were kind of the top ones. Some people do like Canadian bacon as well. Um, After high school, most of you 4-year college, then kind of spread out amongst 2-year and work and other plans. Uh, Number of hours of sleep, very diversified within that grouping. Smallest grouping would be 9 or more hours of sleep. And then most important thing regarding your teacher, for most of your enthusiasm, we do have one person that thinks hair is really important. So sorry to be a letdown to you in that category. If you open up your week one homework, you have 2 homework assignments. They will hopefully go nice and short for you and be very simple. If there's a problem, please reach out to me and I will work with you on whatever we need to do. But if you look at the tabs on the bottom here, it says in class 1.1, in class 2.1. So we're going to do 3 together, then you're going to do 3 on your own. So you should have a total of 6 graphs when you're done. So I'm going to show you exactly what to do. When we want to create a graph, in this situation, it talks about types of vehicles that students drive, trucks, mid-sized cars, SUVs, so on and so forth. Go ahead and select all that data. It says produce a bar graph. Go up to insert, and in insert a chart. And Google Sheets produces the chart that it thinks is best for the situation. It produced a pie chart. We don't want the pie chart. You just click off the side anywhere. I'm going to click the chart and actually make it a little bit smaller. It's pretty big. I'm going to move it right over there. Then I'm going to move my screen over here, kind of work from there. If I go back up to this graph and I click on it, I click on these 3 little dots there, you can edit the chart. So you edit the chart, you can change a chart type. From pie chart, I'm going to go down. It looks like I want this one, this column chart. If you scroll down further, you can see that you have these column charts here as well. I'm going to choose that column chart, and there I have it. So the chart is changed. But there's other things I want to do with this chart, okay? First of all, I would like to change some of the colors. If you edit this chart in that same spot, instead of setup, if you move over to the right to customize, you can choose the chart style. And one thing we could do is we could change the background color. I'd like to change it from white to, we're going to go real light kind of purplish color. There we go. Border color, I'm going to change that to dark black. And I'm going to choose to make it a 3D graph. Look at that. Look at how I've very nicely changed it so it has a much stronger appeal. You know what? I don't really like where the chart title is. It's on the bottom there. Chart title, I'm going to write here, types of vehicles students drive. And you can see it pops up there. I'm going to make it bold. I'm going to italicize it. I'm going to center it. And I'm going to leave the font size, but I'm going to change the text color to a dark red and try to have that stand out. Isn't that a much nicer picture there? That one on the bottom, I don't really like it. If you click this chart title, you can see you can look at the horizontal axis title, or you could just go over here and just click right on that horizontal axis title and just delete that, and it's gone. And that maybe frees some things up. Another thing I like to show you with your column chart is that you can go ahead and edit this chart. And as you edit it, go into Customize. And if you go into your series, it's going to give you some options here that are kind of neat. It allows you to insert data labels. So you can see that it will tell you the number of trucks is 54, small cars 143. A nice little touch that you could change to your data. Again, if you don't like the color, go down and just find that you have a text color option. I'm going to change that to a dark purple. and you can see that shows off very well. So we made one graph together and already formatted in a way such that it's very appealing for other people to see. We're going to go down here at the tab and click in class 2.1, and I'm going to look at the exact same data. I'm going to grab it, and then I'm going to insert and select that chart. Again, it will try to produce the chart that it thinks is best. In this situation, I do want to produce a pie chart. And here it is. So now that we have it, what do we do with it? Well, first of all, it must have a title. So I'm going to click on it, click these three dots, and I'm going to edit the chart. Pie chart is good. If I go over to customize, I could change this so that my chart style, I'm going to choose a different background color. I'm going to go with a very light gray. I'm going to choose a border color of black. I'm going to make it 3D. Doesn't that change it nice? If you go down to this pie chart arrow here, there's other things you could change. You could put a donut hole. Kind of a nice option. And below it says slice label. So on those different slices, you could put a value. You can see now it shows you the exact number of cars or types that each one has. You could go ahead and create a different text color if you'd like. Maybe you'd like to have black so it hopefully stands out there. But again, I notice that I do not have a title. So I go to chart axis and titles, and here I'm going to just select types of vehicles people, students drive. You must make sure that all of your charts have a title. This is an absolute must. You can have it on the top, can have it on the bottom. I'll allow you to do that, but we have to be able to understand what it says. And again, you could choose to change that how you would like. I like mine to try to stand out somehow, but I feel like that's a very nice looking chart to display this data. So a very user-friendly thing. Most likely you're going to use this in some way, shape, or form if you're ever presenting, which would happen in college. And it doesn't matter whether it's a history class or a science class or an economics class. Displaying data is key in any field of study. We're going to do one more. We're going to go down to in class 3.1. And I've got some interesting data there that is about average house value from 1940 to 2020. I think I made it up, but we'll pretend I didn't and it's real. We're going to select it. We're going to insert a chart. It tries to choose the best one. We want to do a timeline chart. And sure enough, we have a timeline chart here. It chose the right one for us, which is really good. So I'm going to, not really, I click on it and then usually I can drag it. So make it just a little bit smaller. There we go. That's much better. And so first thing I see, I really don't like the way the title is written here. I'm going to change that. In fact, I'm going to get rid of that and I'm going to put the title on the bottom. And I'm just going to change that to average house value. It looks like that one's good. I'm going to, over on the right, you can see that it pops up with your editor right away. I would like it to be a little bit larger. It's pretty small. It's maybe too big. I don't really like that. So yeah, that's pretty good. Text color you could choose. I'm going to choose this one to be a dark green. And yeah, that's starting to look pretty good. Within this graph, if you ever want to customize anything, I'm going to show you a couple cool options here I'd like you to try out. Edit the chart, and as you go into customize, you can choose chart style, and sure enough, your background color, I'm going to do a very light yellow on this one. That's now I got Green Bay colors. I don't like that. That was a bad idea. What was I thinking? We'll choose a light blue. We all like light blue. There we go. Very appeasing to the eye. Choose black for my border color. You could smooth the curve if you think that you should do that. Generally, no, just leave it like it is. One thing that's really cool though is if you go to your chart axis and titles, again, you can change the color, the font size, or anything you have there. You can go ahead and align it in the center. But if you click on series, one thing that's nice is the color of your line. So I think that the blue is kind of messing up with what I want. I'd like to go with the red there. Now it's really starting to pop and stand out. You can choose the thickness of the line if you like to. Make it a little bit thicker. And here's another thing that's pretty neat is you could put points on it. So you could put a point or dots So 2 picks, we'll try, how about 10 picks? Now it shows up. There we go. I'll try 7. And I'm going to make my line thickness just a little bit less than that 4. We're going to go back down to 2. Look at that. And then you could even put data labels on there. And you can see now that you can see the exact value instead of just referencing it off to the right. And if you'd like to, for those data labels, you can make adjustments there as well. So again, you can position it auto, or you could choose it to the left or the right or center or above or below. I'll choose below and you can see what happens. Don't really like that. It does a pretty good job of automatically picking what you want. So I'm going to go to auto. You do get to pick the font size and the font or the text color. To show it's a little bit different, I am going to choose a little bit of a different color. I'm going to choose more of a purple here. I want to still stand out, and I think that that really does against the red and the blue and the green. So there you have it. That's your line graph. You got 3 options there. Down below, you're going to do the on your own 1, which is a column graph, and then a pie chart for on your own 2, and on your own 3, a timeline data, just like I did. Hopefully you do great. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for your time.